going to be talking about okay. This you think about things, all right? The first thing I want you to do, think about the time when you were a child. Think when you were about 7, 8 years old, and I want you to help me to complete these different categories. Okay, I'm going to help you a little with the category for TV programs. Okay, I have something that you may enjoy. I want you to try to remember these cartoons, all right? I'm very sure that you know about them, okay? This one, Billy and Mandy. Do you remember that? Johnny Bravo, un show más. Foster Mansion, Gumball, Ed, Ed and Eddie, Courage, the Coward Dog. I don't remember the name of this in English. Powerpuff Girls, Beyond the Garden. Do you remember this? Okay. What was your favorite TV program? From these TV programs that we watch, which one did you used to watch? Okay. So in this case, well, we have some ideas about TV programs that we can remember watching. Okay. So give me some names. In this case, I'm going to explain a little. So I have an interaction with all the students and we fill out the different categories about this. Once we have these categories, this is going to take about 8 minutes. Okay, we start using the structure I used to. Okay, and in order to do this, I continue with the class. Thank you guys. It was fantastic. Okay, I'm sure you remember all of these things. I'm sure you used to do, you used to eat, you used to play all these kind of things. Okay, so let's think about more past habits. For example, when I was a young child, I used to sleep all day long. I used to do that. Nowadays, now I can't anymore, but I used to do it. What other things? When I was a young child, I used to ride my bike. Now I'm very old. I can't do that anymore. Okay, when I was a child, I am very old. I used to play hopscotch. Probably you never played hopscotch in your lives, but, well, some of you may have played that. Some of you used to play this. Okay, girls, probably when you were a young person, you used to play with dolls, Barbies, Toy Story, I don't know, Frozen, or etc. Yes, okay. When I used when I was a child, I used to eat lots of sweets, lots of candy. Nowadays, I can't do it anymore, okay? In my case, when I was a child, I didn't used to play with dolls. Sometimes I used to play with my sister, but by myself, not really. Probably, since you are very young, you're with the technology and etc., you didn't used to play hopscotch. Okay, this one. Okay, pause. One more time, I'm going to interact with the students to ask them about this and to give some examples about the things they used to do and the things they didn't used to do. Okay, so these are for some past habits, but some of these activities we still do them. Okay, for example, I used to ride my bike, and nowadays, as part of my exercise, I still ride the bike. Okay, when I was a child, I used to eat lots of sweets, and nowadays, yes, I still eat lots of sweets. So, still, the intention is that the action continues in this moment. Pause again. In this case, I interact one more time with the students and ask them to give some examples using only used to, didn't used to, or some activities that they still do. When I was a child, I used to sleep all day long, but nowadays I don't sleep all day long. When I was a child, I used to play hopscotch, but now I don't play hopscotch anymore. not. And anymore, the indication is the action is not a routinary thing for me nowadays. Okay? Let's have more ideas. For example, your mom or your dad. When my mom or my dad was a young child, she or he used to or didn't used to watch cartoons. Yes. My mom didn't used to play video games. I used to do that, and I still play video games. Okay, when my dad was a young child, he didn't used to have a cellular phone, a mobile phone. When I was a child, or when my parents were children, they didn't used to watch Netflix. They didn't have. Okay. When my mom was a child, she didn't used to have video conferences, or my dad didn't used to have online classes. Now you are used to doing it. Okay? And well, my mom still watches some cartoons. My dad still watches some movies, but nowadays it's more common broadcasting. Yes. Or streaming. Okay. Now, to do the question, since we're talking about past habits, we have to use did because that is my auxiliary for the past. And pay attention, the used to is not in past anymore. Remember that did is when you are using did, my past is in the auxiliary and not in the verb anymore. Okay. Did you used to play with marbles? Nah. Well, in my case, yes, I did. But probably you're going to say, no, I didn't. Did you used to watch cartoons? Yes, I did. Or no, I didn't. This one. Did you used to fight with water balloons? Yes, I did. Oh, no, I didn't. Did you used to build with Legos? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Did you used to play hide and seek? Yes, I did. Or no, I didn't. Hide and seek. Hide and seek. You close your eyes, you count to 10, to 20, to 30, and the other people hides. And you have to find them. That is why hide and seek. Yes. Pause. One more time, it's a time to interact, to ask them what other things they did when they were children, what they used to do, and interact with the rest of the class. Now, we continue with the class. Now, we have this exercise. We have in parentheses, and we have to complete this using used to or didn't used to. Pause. I give them 3 minutes to answer this, and then we check the answers together. Okay, guys, perfect. In order to have extra practice, I'm going to share with you this link. We are going to answer these exercises and to have extra practice. Okay, the first of the links is this one. Okay, it's very easy. You have to select the correct option in each of these cases. Pause. In this case, we either answer these together to be checking, asking one or two students or as many students as we have to answer each one of the questions. Okay, great, guys. So we check the answers. We have 3 exercises for this topic. We check the answers. Very, very good. I have a final activity for you to do. I'm going to share with you this link. Okay, so you can open it and you have to create the complete sentences. Okay, for example, I used to live in a flat, an apartment, when I was a child. Okay, in this case, it's only 10 sentences. Please answer them and we're going to be checking them one by one. The fantastic thing is once you write here, you can be checking one by one. Okay, thank you very much. So this is the end of the class. Thank you very much for your attention. I'm going to stop recording now.